Big problem is overthrowing the fastball. He needs to throw the sinker down in the strike zone and slider.
Ronald Acuna leading off. There's the slider, and it misses low and in. A ball and a strike. And the changeup. Olson for the Braves against Peterson. And he strikes out Acuna. The back foot slider gets Acuna for the first.
Showalter.
That's one man short basically, with Marte active but not available. Dansby Swanson takes a fastball down. And Peterson falls behind him 2-0. David is now known as Truist Park. Used to be SunTrust Park. Then came a bank merger.
Used to be, well,
then a change of name.
When I was here, when I was in uniform, it was Fulton County Stadium.
But that's a long time ago. Swanson takes a strike, 3-1. In 338 at bats. And the fastball outside, ball 4, and Peterson walks Swanson. Peterson had for any player in any game in the major leagues this year. Takes a first pitch fastball for a strike.
Likes the ball down. He's a one-zone hitter. Just the same. His swing is like put into a computer and spit out. Foot slider.
And there's a good slider by Peterson to get ahead on Olson. Extra base hits, tied for second in the league in that. Here's that shortstop, giving him about 70 feet of the third base line. And the slider off the plate, and he holds the swing. And it's 2-2. Peterson stays in the rotation, and now will depend on other people's health. Swing and a miss, and he comes up and in to get Olson for the second out. So 2 strikeouts in the open inning for Dave. Strikes out a lot. Here's Austin Riley, and he drives one the other way for a base hit. Swanson around second. He'll go to third. Jankowski's throw comes into second. So Riley first pitch swinging goes the other way. And he had a double right after Riley's home run against Scherzer. And Peterson almost hit him in the back foot. And against Peterson. And David gets the swing and miss with the slider, and it's 1-1. Peterson staying with the slider, and this is low and in, 2-1. Travis d'Arnaud, the on deck. 2-1 coming. And Ozuna goes after the up and away fastball, and it's 2-2. 2-2 coming. And he struck him out with a slider. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Peterson, and he strands a couple. Peterson got out of a jam in the first inning, struck out 3. Travis d'Arnaud leads off and fouls one off the mask of Patrick Mazeika. D'Arnaud, the birth of his son. Now back on a normal schedule. We'll see how he fares today as he misses away with a change.
Pitch.
And foul back. Watching the Mets lefty on the mound. The game is back on the mound tonight for the Boston Red Sox. And that is Chris Sale. Tommy John surged 0 for 3 last night. And he lifts one foul down the right side.
You can see nice crowd here.
Looks like bobblehead. Little tapper, and Peterson off the mound to play it. So getting good results with the changeup against d'Arnaud, the comebacker. On your bobblehead, are they magnetic?
I have no idea.
Adam Duvall takes outside ball 1. Nobody has clued us in on you, me, and Ron.
Yes.
3-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. Call strike to Duvall, and it's 1-1.
I kind of thought it was like
vice versa. Duvall pulls the slider foul when it's 1-2. Duvall left.
He's one of 7 Brave hitters with double-digit home runs. He hasn't hit for average.
Well, he never hits for average. I mean, he hit what, 220 something last year.
Him is Riley with 97.
On the outside corner, got him looking at a fastball, and Peterson's got his 4th strike. There's Orlando Arcia. And he takes a strike.
Not to belabor, they are magnetic.
Magnetic, just like your personality. Slider low and into Arcia, and it's his 30th start for the Braves. He takes a big cut at a fastball, and it's 1-2. Arcia was hitting well for a while, but he has struggled lately. And he carves one foul, and that's why they decide to go out and get Robinson. And Cano came through with a couple of hits last night in his Braves debut. Peterson sails that one outside. It's 2-2.
Hits last night.
Look good in the field. And Arcia lays off. And the slider misses, and it's 3-2. A ball in Durham in 1984. Drive to left field, but right at Canna, and he picks it off for the out. Arcia hit it very hard, but right to Canna. Michael Harris leads off for the Braves in the home third. And David Peterson misses with a fastball for ball one. Harris 0 for 3 last. Maybe the two brightest rookies in the league right now. And a call strike 1-1. Really made a mark at age 21. There's a good slider by Peterson. It's 1-2. What I didn't know about Harris until today was he was a pitching prospect. He threw 93, had a great curveball as he strikes out against Peterson. The 5th strikeout for David. And now Ronald Acuna, who struck out his first time up, and he fouls back the fastball from David.
Of the Braves has been kind of stifled so far. A long way to go. Scherzer, one of the greats, pitched a game that I just felt was critical. Not critical. Come in here and establish in their backyard. You get that first win in the series, first game.
Well, especially as hot as the Braves have been. It's laying down your marker. That's what Scherzer did last night. He said, "Okay, you guys are hot." Well, they know. Everybody knows. And that's outside ball 4, and Acuna's on with a walk, and now you got a stolen base threat aboard. That they were batting him down in the order early in the season. He was struggling out of the gate, but Swanson is now putting together.
Swanson, when Albies returns, down at the bottom of the order.
Although, you know what, Albies is such a good RBI guy. If you slot him between two with a right-hand hits in 2-0. And he drives this one out to center. Nimmo back. Has room on the warning track to jump and make the catch. Tagging it first is Acuna. He'll advance to second, but Nimmo had just enough room against that out. Matt Olson, the batter, with a runner at second and 2 out. And Olson takes a slider off the plate for ball 1. Olson struck out his first time. Acuna getting a pretty healthy lead off second. And Olson swings and misses at that slider, and it's a 1-1. Deck. And Olson flies one out to center. Much easier play for Nimmo. And Peterson gets around trouble. Nimmo makes the grab. A walk and 1 left. We plate. Geico Sports Night tonight. Austin Riley leads off against David Peterson. Riley's got the only Braves hit, a first pitch base. Riley now has an 8-game hitting streak going, hitting .500 over the 8 games. He is the hottest hitter in the league right now.
Well, he's the only guy that put a dent into Max. He's so down. He won the game with a double down the left field line in extra innings on a similar pitch, a fastball up and in, and he hit a bullet down the left field line to win the game. He has really turned into something special.
24.
Like Troy Glaus, that kind of body.
The backdoor slider just missed. 2-2. It's got a little Scott Rowland in him. Grounds one past the mound, and Guillorme comes in to get it and throws out Riley one away. Against the Mets. But as we mentioned, the Mets have done better in this ballpark than they did at Turner Field, where they were like 67 and 106.
Mariner, what a competitor he was.
He was the guy who ended Pete Rose's 44-game hitting streak.
Correct. And Pete got all ruffled, his feathers ruffled, when he jumped up in the air like it was the 7th game.
Too bad.
What, you want it served on a platter?
Well, you know, Pete felt it was owed to him. Got the 38th against the Mets against Craig Swan.
And
slider in for a strike 2-2 to Ozuna.
Tommy ran the Shea Stadium. He ran the restaurant. Correct.
Ozuna struck out his first time, and he yanks that one foul. And Peterson holding.
I think he's coming of age.
Throws a curveball on his mound opponent tonight. 3-2 coming, and Ozuna takes strike 3 called. Fastball in the inside corner at the knees. Why Snit did not play the infield in. Down by 2 runs in the 9th. Gave up a run on a ground ball.
Right.
Make it a 3-run game. So I'm sticking with my
Chili Davis. He ain't God.
No. But he was playing the odds, right? The odds were better of him winning tonight because Diaz isn't available than to come back from 2 runs down last night against. It's the only thing I can come up with because nothing else makes any sense. Taken low by d'Arnaud, 2-1.
And Diaz took care of it real quick.
Yeah, as it turned out. 66 lifetime hitter against the Mets since they let him go. And Peterson misses away, and it's 3-1. And he pops one up right near home plate. Mazika sheds the mask, staggers, makes the catch. As Bob Murphy would have said,
a little more sore than normal, so he's taking it easy. But he said that when he throws his bullpens, as of late, over the last month or so, it's just 20 to 25 pitches where he throws, because that's what Jacob deGrom does. And he learned that from deGrom last year. It's the toughest pitch to execute as a pitcher for much of the year. So over the last month, he's really been working on it. And that obviously has been a big reason why he's pitched so well lately.
Fascinating that he works on that glove side fastball. There's a good pitch by Peterson to wipe out Duvall with a slider last night, when he was able to freeze right-hand hitters with that glove side fastball to complement his slider. And it's a thing of beauty.
That glove side fastball was the best that it's been, and not only does it certainly help the slider, the inner half a little bit more as well. So Walker, it's still a work in progress, but learn from the best, right? And that's what Jacob deGrom focuses on. He's been focusing on it.
Corner to a right-hand hitter.
Right.
See, I would never. That's a pitcher's term. To me, it's as what we talked on the. Did he paint? I'm not going to say glove side. He painted the outside corner.
RC fouls one at the plate. It's 2-2. Well, whether you want to call it glove side or outside corner to right-hand batters, you can call it whatever you want. But he was, after Cano made his Braves debut there last night. And RC gets tied up inside. It's on the corner. Strike 3 call. They didn't call him. 40 strikeouts for Peterson in his last 26 2/3 innings. And he gets a swinging strike on Harris with a slider. Michael had in the top of the 5th inning. He's fanned the first 2. And he misses low and away with a fastball to Harris.
Something the Mets have been very good at all year offensively.
Keep in mind as we move through the middle portion of this game that in all probability there's little chance that Buck Showalter is going to go back to Edwin. Protect a short lead is going to have to be something different. That's hit on the ground sharply. Nice grab by Guillorme. Las Manos throws out Harris. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Peterson. David Peterson, though, has held them to 1 hit over the first 5 innings. Now his 3rd time around the batting order. Gets calls.
21-9 against left-handers this year. So kudos to Mr. Peterson. He has just been brilliant. 1 hit.
Peterson's retired 13 of the last 14 hitters. And he misses down to Acuna, 2-1. Dansby Swanson on deck, and then Matt Olson for the Braves in the home 6th. And Acuna watches that one bounce in, and it's 3-1. And Acuna swings and misses at the fastball, 3-2. Since Acuna's walk in the 3rd, 3-2 coming, and he fouls back a fastball. It was a little shocking to see on the replay that he never even got a glove on it. And I wonder whether his knee is 100%.
Well, so you get more of an angle towards the center field to prevent an extra base hit.
Slider gets him looking, and Acuna struck.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But he should have taken he had the wrong angle on that ball, because you want to prevent the extra base hit towards the warning track and cut it off.
Right. Swanson takes one at his feet, and it's 1-1.
Don't forget how these fields today. Look at the slider. The fields today are like putting greens. See, he's cut.
It went as a triple. It didn't cost them anything.
But it could have.
1-2 coming, and it's well. They ended up walking Alonso as a result. Braves. 2-2 coming to Swanson, and that's away.
Wow.
And it's 3-2. Now the 3-2. And that's outside ball 4. They tried to backdoor him with a slider twice for Riley.
Right.
So here's Olson swinging and fouling back a fastball from Peterson. Olson 0 for 6. And the slider off the plate, 1-1. Keith, I'm not 100% convinced that
Ottavino is going to be late. He's got plenty of time to get a uniform on.
Slider fouled off, and it's 1-2. Maybe.
Yep.
1-2 coming from Peterson. Down the right field line, hooking toward the corner. Again, the 1-2. Tried to dot the outside corner and missed. 2-2. 2-2 to Olson. Popped up foul. That'll come back out of play.
That pitch had a little bit of plate. And throwing downstairs, and Peterson wants it away.
And Olson flies it to deep center field. Back goes Nimmo to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Matt Olson gives the Braves the lead with a 2-run homer. His 14th of the year. And it's 2-1 Atlanta.